Hi, mathletes. Today we're going to investigate slope using graphs. So here are some lines on a coordinate plane, and what do you see, think, and wonder? You might want to pause the video here to give yourself some time to look at these. Now, more specifically, what do you notice about the steepness of the lines? In mathematics, we refer to the steepness of a line as the slope. And in the equation of a line, the slope is the number in front of the x. So that number in front of the x we call the coefficient. So here are the equations of the lines on the graph. What do you notice about the slope of the line in the equation compared to the graph? The color of the equation of the lines match the color of the lines. So this equation in red refers to the red line. So here are the equations again, and now we're going to look at the slope in the equation. Reminder that the slope is the coefficient or the number in front of the x. So for my red line, the coefficient is -2 because it's in front of the x, so the slope is -2. For the blue line, there is no number in front of the x, which we say is the understood 1, so it has a slope of 1. For the orange one, there is no x, so it has a slope of 0. For the purple, just like the blue, it has a slope of 1. There is no number in front of the x, so we say the coefficient is the understood 1. And for the last one, the coefficient or the number in front of the x is 5. So what if two lines have the same slope? Do you see any two with the same slope? I see that the blue line has a slope of 1, and so does the purple. So here's the blue and here's the purple. Looks like they're parallel lines. So parallel lines have the same slope, which means that they'll never intersect. But what if the slope is positive? Let's see which ones are positive. We have the blue line, we have the purple line, and we have the green line. So the blue, the purple, and the green. And what I noticed is that as it goes up from left to right, it's going in an upward position. So notice it's going up, up, up. What if the slope is negative? Well, I noticed that this red one is the only one that I have is a negative, and the red one looks like it's going down. So as it goes from the left to the right, it goes down. And lastly, what if the slope is 0? Well, that looks like it's this one right here, our orange line. And when it's 0, it's a horizontal line. Now let's investigate slopes some more by climbing stairs. And I want you to think about when you climb stairs, how do you do it? Well, first you need to go up, and then you go across. Up and across, up and across, up and across. In math, we say it's the rise over the run. In other words, you go up and then you go to the right. Now let's say you want to go down the stairs. You're going to go down and across, down and across, down and across, down. And again, rise over run, which we would say down and to the left. Do you ever skip stairs? Sometimes I do that too. And we're going to be looking at that coming up. So for the slope, remember it's the rise over the run. So what I did is I just put a line on a graph. And what we're going to do is we're going to investigate this line and see if we can figure out the slope. So I chose 2 points. You can choose any 2 points you'd like on the line. And now in order to get from one point to the other, I need to make steps. So I'm going to go up 2, and I'm going to go to the right 1. So I just made a little tiny step. So we'd say the slope is 2 over 1, which we can simplify as 2. So it has a slope of 2. But let's say I want to skip steps or do a big step. So this time I put 2 dots which are pretty far away from each other, like a really big step instead of a little tiny step. So I chose the points -2, 2, and 1, 8. So we're going to do the same thing. we're going to go up, but this time I'm going to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to go to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. So the slope would be 6 divided by 3, which I can simplify to 2 divided by 1 or 2. So notice that the slope is the same, even though the steps are bigger, it's still the same slope. It's like I'm skipping steps when I'm climbing the stairs. But what if I decided to go down and to the left? So we'll start here again and we're going to go down. So I went down 6 and I went to the left 3. Now when I went down, I'm going toward the negatives and the left is also to the negatives. So it's negative 6 divided by negative 3, which we can simplify to negative 2 divided by negative 1, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so it's 2. So as you can see, the slope is the same for all of these because they're all on the same line, and it's a linear function, it's a straight line. So it doesn't matter which 2 points you choose, you'll always get the slope of 2. I hope that helps with introducing slope to you. And if you find this interesting, you can find out more about slope and how to actually write the equation of a line in my other videos.